relationship will probably find each other and have all sorts of hell.
Right.
Because
the people that
who feel that the need to share themselves in relationships will find a partner with a similar mind, but that mind is undeveloped and immature. Because actually, you know yourself before you're able to know any sort of partner. But the thing is,
which is
tends to encourage almost relationships at a young age to be established by 30.
You're going.
But people are really immature. Some people make it work. They find a partner at school, stay together, get married. Why not?
Well, yeah, that's almost like part of the apple pie, isn't it?
On the other hand, those others who get into relationships are probably immature, needy people. And with the neediness comes the jealousy and selfishness and greed as well.
Something's missing.
But
something is missing.
Like from my point of view, I don't feel I need a relationship because I'm much more about let's find myself. I can be more good to the world as a fully developed human being than some immature person who feels that they need the security of a family, which is false security. Because unless you've developed yourself, unless you've come to know God and Him to know you, then you're in a bit of a sticky pickle anyway.
Well, in some senses, I agree with you. False sense of security, because for a start, nobody lives forever. So at one stage or one time or another, people will be separated. Relationships cannot live forever, but they can be around for a long, long time. The patience, the mental tools that's required to stay in a relationship, like you just said, from 15 to 80, and just one relationship. That a lot of people, I think, admire that. A lot of people, I think, admire that and like the idea of that. It sounds noble.
Noble?
It's like the quest, innit? It's like I suppose even faith. Then having the faith to the end kind of thing.
To me, it sounds a bit sad. It's like you haven't taken the time to discover yourself at all. You've always been part of a dual unit.
But I mean, don't forget, they're happy with it.
It's like two people make up the one. In that sense, well, I'm just a one anyway, and I'm further developing myself with the freedom to do it. So it's a luxury that I've got, which a lot of people ignore as something silly and trivial, and something, shouldn't you find a partner and shouldn't you have kids? And no, actually, that's not the most important thing in the world, believe it or not.
Right, but again, everything's given to us. I don't think there's any new ideas under the sun. Nothing. No, every word we know, every way of explaining things, it's all stuff given to us. Religion, the difference between this and difference between that. But there's some things that, especially when it's happening to you, that's when I think it really becomes focused at its most intense. Because emotion, how you feel is it's almost indescribable. Yet we've given these emotions words, but they are indescribable. But there are two basic forms of emotion: good emotions and bad emotions. Those that we enjoy and those that we don't enjoy.
But even those that are enjoyable are questionable, and those we don't enjoy might be actually the more self-improvement.
Yeah, but they're also questionable. Everything's questionable.
Loss on both sides. Mutants and the humans who dared to help them.
How dare they have emotions?
Fighting an enemy we cannot defeat.
Themselves. Fear. Human emotions that we all have. And in trying to prevent the thing, we end up causing the thing. We're trying to find the solution to something that, that's a little problem, that little niggly bit of skin on the end of my arm. Let me just pull it until I rip my whole arm off like in Black Swan. And you just pick at the thread until everything unravels, and then
like so many species before us. Can we evolve fast enough to change ourselves? Change our fate?
Evolve. Well, nobody knows what that really means, man. They think the physical form must change before the mind can change anything. You know, like science says, you know, people think the mind thinks for them, but we actually think for the mind. Meaning to say, our emotive centre gives everything relevance. For the thought to even, you know, to even matter, I suppose. Why have a thought? You know, there's food, just eat it, consume, absorb what it is and decide what it is later.
You think there's only one thinker in the mind?
Hey?
You think there's only one thinker identifiable with, say so-called ego of a person?
Ah, well. There's the I am, isn't there? There's the me. The individual in me. I don't see myself as two separate things. There's just one me. You know?
But in terms of your thoughts, don't thoughts pop into your head as if someone else was thinking about it?
Well, you could almost say that, but there's been an external... Yeah, sometimes. But there's always a stimulus. That's why I say what is outside of us has an effect. So if you're seeing violence or sex, then, you know, the violence and sex has an impact. Otherwise, why would people watch a porn? It has no effect. It's the emotion. But what kind of emotion? Is it a real emotion, or is it some kind of bizarre, obtuse simulation of what we think it is? I mean, is that what it's all about?